Hi, everybody. Today we're going to look at the next step in understanding how longitude and latitude works. We're going to look at how a set of coordinates should be arranged based on their distance from the equator or from the prime meridian, and also looking at arranging coordinates north to south and east to west. So we'll start with the easier part. First of all, let's look at how we would arrange a set of coordinates from north to south. First of all, the highest north latitude is the one that is the furthest north of the equator. That would be at the North Pole, 90 degrees north latitude. The highest south latitude number is the one that is furthest south of the equator, which is 90 degrees south of the South Pole. So we know the latitude ranges from 90 degrees all the way at the top in the north, all the way down to 90 degrees south at the very bottom. So based on that, think about this question. Which coordinate is going to be further north? 60 degrees north or 30 degrees north? Which one of these two is further north? Maybe you need a map to help. So if you do, here's one that's labeled. We have 60 degrees north right here, 30 degrees north right here. So if the question is which one is further north out of these two, if you look at a map, it makes a lot of sense. 60 degrees north is higher, it's more north. The higher the number, the more degrees away from the equator it is. So that would mean that 60 degrees north is 60 north of the equator. 30 north is only 30 north of the equator, so obviously 60 is more north out of the two. How about these two? 45 north or 75 degrees north? Which is more north? 45 or 75? And just like before, you can look at this map, or you could just kind of look at which number is higher. And 75 is higher, so that means that it's more degrees north, so the 75 is the more north number. Changing it up a little bit, but still same question. Which coordinate is more north? 30 degrees south or 60 degrees south? Think about that one. Which one is more north? Well, if you look at the map, you see 30 degrees south is right here. 60 degrees south is right here. So we know that 30 degrees is the one that is more north. Because the bigger the number for south latitude, we know the further it is going south. How about this? 45 degrees south or 75 degrees south? The one that is more north of the two is 45 degrees north. It would be about right here. 75 would be down here near Antarctica. Looking at these three, try to arrange them in order from north to south. Maybe you need the map. If you do, you can pause it right now and stare at the map and try to figure it out. If you don't, just don't hit pause and keep moving on. So here are our coordinates: 45 degrees north, 60 degrees north, 0 degrees, arranging in order from north to south. Correct answer should be 60, 45, then 0. Since there aren't any south latitudes, then you just kind of look at, well, 60 is the highest north because it's the biggest number. Then you go to the next biggest number, which is 45, and the next biggest number, which is 0, which you can do if all you have are north latitudes. How about this one? 40 north, 90 south, 10 north. Notice there's north and south in here. So arrange these coordinates in order from north to south. If you need help with a map, get ready to hit pause. If you don't need help, just keep playing. We have 40 degrees north, 90 degrees south, 10 degrees north. The correct answer is 40 degrees north, then 10 degrees north, then 90 degrees south. If we're arranging them from north to south, then that means that the only south term number here, coordinate, should be the one that's last. And if we're looking for the most northern number, we look for the biggest number north, because that means it's the furthest north of the equator. That makes it the most northern location. So when you have north coordinates and you're trying to arrange them from north to south, go with the bigger number, then the next biggest number, and then if there's any south, those go at the end. If you look at the map here, you can see here's 40 north, here's 10 north, and all the way at the bottom would be 90 south. One more, 4 coordinates this time. So try to look at these and put them in order from the most north to the most south. If you need help, get ready to hit the pause button because there's going to be a map. If you don't need the help, just keep playing. All right, in order from north to south. Correct answer should be 90 north because that's the biggest north number. The second biggest north number is 20. Then we have 0. Then we would put any of the south numbers. 40 degrees south is at the end. Arranging longitude from east to west is similar. The highest east longitude is the one that is the furthest east of the prime meridian. And the highest west latitude number is the one that's furthest west of the prime meridian. So we range from 180 degrees to 180 degrees. That's how longitude lines work. So just like it's pretty similar to the latitude. So if we're looking at the one that's furthest east, the bigger the number, the further east it is. So which of these two is further east? 60 degrees east or 90 degrees east? If you need help, you can hit play and look at this, or hit pause, I'm sorry, and look at this. If you don't need help, just keep watching. 60 degrees east or 30 degrees east, it should be the 60 up here. These are our longitude lines, the vertical. So 60 is more east than 30. So 60 is the correct answer. Which one is more east, 120 or 90? Well, 120 is right here. 90 is right here. You can see that 120 is more east than 90. "130 degrees east" or 160 degrees east, the bigger the number, the more east it is. Then we have 45 east and 75 east. The bigger the number, the more east it is in this case. If they're both east, then whichever number is the biggest is the one that's more east. So if the question is which coordinate's most east, it would be 75. Arrange these in order from east to west. If you need help with a map, you can just pause it now. Correct answer, this should say up here east to west, should be 60 east, then 45 east, and then 0. Because the bigger the east number, the more east it is. Arrange these in order from east to west. This should not say north to south, should say east to west. Sorry about that. We have 40 degrees east, 90 degrees west, 10 degrees east. Well, we start with the most east number, which is the biggest number, 40. 40 east would be right here. The other east is 10, which would be right here. And then the last would be 90 west, which would be all the way over here. So if we're looking at arranging from east to west, we go 40, 10, 90. So you start with your east terms, coordinates, whichever number is the highest, that's the most east, and then you work your way over to the next biggest east, which would be 10. So really, if you're trying to